My buddy and I kicked off 2021 with a 3-day, 2-night adventure in the mountains of western North Carolina. Several months ago, I chose this particular weekend to be my first winter backpacking trip. Because it's January, we knew it would be cold. We didn't know that it would snow on the day of our trip. Temps actually got down to around 15 degrees Fahrenheit on Saturday. So having the right gear was absolutely essential. Any gear talk has to begin with the word purpose. What's the purpose of the trip? For me, it's not through hiking. I like to do what I call destination hiking. I'm typically hiking to a specific place to fish or do photography or video. So here's my point. I had a lot of fishing and video gear that made my bag heavy, like 40, 45 pounds heavy. Trust me, if I was only going backpacking, it would be way lighter than that. But I thought today I would show you what I brought with me on my trip. Hopefully it'll encourage you, challenge you. Maybe you can learn something from me and my mistakes. All right, so let's start with my big three. For my pack, I have the Deuter Air Contact Light. It's a 65 plus 10, which is a 75 liter bag. I really needed more space on this trip, so I wanted a bigger bag. So this Deuter is fantastic. I am really impressed with it. It's got the front mesh pocket where I can put things in there. Super soft as far as the cushion goes for the back and the straps. Overall, I was just super pleased with this pack. So this is the Deuter Air Contact 65 plus 10. So for my tent, I brought the Nemo Hornet 2-person tent. This thing was awesome. It really did great out in the cold. I think I would have been better off with a 4-season tent, but this thing worked wonders. It's super lightweight. It's like 2 pounds and 6 ounces, something like that. So I was very pleased with this tent, the Nemo Hornet 2-person. For my sleeping bag, I had the Thermarest 0 degree bag. This is a Thermarest Oberlin 0 degree bag. Man, I loved this bag. It was so cozy, comfortable, warm. I actually put it in a dry bag because I just wanted to keep it dry at all costs. This is a Sea to Summit large dry bag, and just put my sleeping bag in here, kept it in the bottom part of my pack. This thing was solid gold. I cannot recommend this highly enough. This is the Thermarest Oberlin 0 degree bag. Underneath my bag, I used the Thermarest Max Therm. This is the Thermarest Neo Air Max Therm. This has an R value of 6.4, I believe. Super thick air mat, easy to blow up, and it kept me warm, kept me insulated from the cold. Highly recommend this. This thing was fantastic in every way. All right, so I shared with you my big three, the Deuter pack, my Nemo tent, my Thermarest sleeping bag, Thermarest Max Therm sleeping pad. Also brought the pillow from Thermarest, a compression pillow, super comfortable. It's a little big, but once you unfold it, it gets fluffy, and it's just worth taking for sure. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna go through my bag, show you what I took on my trip. I'll make a few comments here or there about things I liked, things I didn't like, but really the main purpose is just to show you what I took on this trip. So on the side here, you'll see I have 2 fishing rods. This is a Douglas 3-weight, perfect for small streams. Breaks up into 6 pieces, so it's pretty small, as you can see, and lightweight as well. So this is the Douglas 3-weight rod. Also brought with me a Tenkara. This is the White Cloud. I think it goes out to like 6'7", and this thing is just fun and amazing and super easy to use. So that's the Tenkara White Cloud. I'm just gonna go through the bag here. This is what I used for my cook set. This is the GSI Soloist pot, and inside the pot, I just put all my cooking essentials. So I have the Snow Peak stove, super small stove. I brought a small container of fuel and a big lighter. And so that's really all I used for my cooking. Put that right here. Also, I brought with me, this is my tarp for my hammock, and I just decided to bring this with me, and this turned out to be such a good addition for our trip. We set up this tarp. We had a place that we could sit and keep dry. We can eat meals. Just had a lot of fun with this, so this was worth the extra weight as well. I kept all my food in a Sea to Summit dry bag, 13-liter dry bag. So I had about 5 or 6 meals in this bag. I also had a disposable odor-proof bag that I got from REI, and that's what I used as my trash. I just put all the old wrappers and the food when it was left over, just put all that in that bag, and was able to pack that out and carry that back to the car with me. So that's what I did with my food. I had this little GoPro case. This is where I stored my camera with, for this trip. I took the Sony a6600, just stored it in this and put it inside my bag. And then when I wanted to shoot some photos or do some video, I would just pull it out. Also, just on a quick note, I had this Polar Pro, I'm not sure what you call it, but it clips right here on your strap, and it's like a quick release. So I could just put my camera right here and just pull it off whenever I wanted to do photos. And since we're looking at this side, this is the Garmin InReach Mini. This thing is amazing. This is a satellite, kind of a beacon locator. Shows you exactly where you are. You can show friends and family where you are. You can send preset text messages. You can send new text messages, and it also has an SOS switch in case you get into an emergency situation. So just kind of gives you some peace of mind when you're out there. Brought this GSI backpacking mug, super lightweight. I actually put some little creamers and some sugar inside this, and just had a good yummy cup of coffee. This is my bag of waders. Okay, so this thing was heavy. Somehow, some way, I was able to fit Simms G3 waders into this little tiny bag. And so, yeah, this is a heavy part of my bag, but definitely worth it. And we could not have gotten in the water without those. This is my reel, a Redington Zero reel, 3-weight reel. Had a bag full of stakes for the tarp. Also brought my Helinox Chair Zero. I love this thing. It is very lightweight, easy to put together. And so brought this with me to sit down and hang out by the fire or eat meals. Let me show you what I put inside my top part, or the brain, if you will. Several things. I have a little small medical kit here. I'll show you these 2 packages. These hot hand super warmers. These were a must. I wish I would have brought more of these. It's an 18-hour hand warmer. I put them in my sleeping bag at night. I put them in my pockets during the day. These things were fantastic. The problem is I didn't carry enough of them. So these were very important to the trip. We tried out this new InstaFire fire starter, and this was kind of interesting. You just pour out this bag. It's like a bunch of little stones, and it obviously got something flammable inside the stones. You light it, and it stays on fire for like 5 minutes or so, and then you could just put your wood on top of that. As far as rain gear goes, I have Outdoor Research rain jacket, lightweight, and an Outdoor Research rain pants. We ended up breaking these out right before we started our hike because it was snowing on us. We wanted to keep our jacket and our pants dry, so we went full rain gear on the actual hike. So these were fantastic. I kept them up top so it would be easily accessible. Have here, this is my water filter bag. In here I have a Be-Free water filter, which this thing is absolutely amazing, super easy to use. You can see it right here. All you do is you scoop up the water in the stream. You simply screw I did it backwards, that's funny. You screw the filter on just like this, and then you just pour it out, and all of your water is filtered, it's clean, it's safe to drink. So what I would do is I would go to the stream and I would filter water into this little water platypus, this Hydro Pack water container. This has 3 liters. And so I would just fill this up and hang this on a tree, and so we would have water for the day. And so that was just a great way to use the water filter and the water container. Also have my poop bag. So this is just a little tiny shovel and some wipes. So I only needed that once on this trip. I also have a Gerber knife, and this was my spork made by Sea to Summit, long spork. This is what I use to eat out of the backpacking meals. And really, that is about it. A couple more things. I brought the Lucy light. This was just a great little way to have some light inside the tent. Just blow it up, and it's solar powered, and we're able to have some light in the tent. And the last thing I'll share with you is I had this company reach out to me called STIRZ. It's a coffee company. They sent me a free sample of their coffee to try, and it was excellent. I mean, really, really good. You have these little bitty packs here. You just put them inside the coffee cup. You pour hot water on top. The packs dissolve completely, and this coffee tastes incredible. I was shocked how good this coffee was. So I highly recommend them. I'll put a link to their website in the description below. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this gear video. Hopefully you learned something, learned some things to do, some things not to do, but just wanted to share what I brought on my journey. See you next time.